Hi, all enthusiasts for RC helis. I would like to introduce you to my new channel, Copter Love. My name is Matthias Schlette. I'm 62 years old and I was beginning to fly helicopters, RC helicopters, collective pitch helicopters to be precise, in 2021, so 2 years ago. And I want to give all not very young people the hope and the encouragement that it's never too late to start. So I love helicopters since I was very small. My parents were living close to a hospital, and every time when the emergency helicopter was landing, I was completely fascinated by the way how the helicopter was landing, how it was later taking off, and then suddenly leaning to one side, front, back, this side, and flying away. And this was for me so spectacular to see this that I was really falling in love with helicopters. It took a long time. I was flying by myself as a pilot gliders for some years when I was very young, but I didn't like the speed when taking off and especially when landing. I didn't like it. I didn't like that you were sitting almost on the ground with your ass, to be sorry. And I was always imagining what is if one of these airplanes do have wings touch the ground. I'm a German, sorry. Touch the ground and the whole machine begins to spin. I didn't think at that time, when I was 19 or 20 years old and when I was flying these gliders, I loved the flying experience, but the landing, to be honest, I hated. I didn't think that maybe helicopters would be the right thing. No speed, absolutely no speed when landing on one point, almost everywhere. So that would have been my thing, how I could begin to be a pilot, a helicopter pilot. I never did it and I don't regret it. So life gave me different possibilities. I'm now working as an actor, I'm a bass player as well. I'm mainly recording voiceover text for YouTube videos, for instance. Maybe you have heard my voice even, but this I do in German. And very late I began to be a child again. So let's make space for my very first helicopter. This was this little tiny Blade 70S. It's a fixed pitch helicopter. It has nothing to do with except it has a main blade and a tail blade with a little motor. But it has something that is called self-leveler. So whenever you put one stick in front, for instance, let this stick go, this machine is self-leveling. And this, I know from today, was making it maybe a little bit easier to learn flying, but it's killing at the same time all fun in helicopters, because in helicopters the fun is that you balance the helicopter. When you fly forward, you give a back butt input, and you have to do it in this way that it's just enough, and then you have to keep with a forward move. You have to balance this helicopter as if you would have a kind of ball in a glass plate. So, but it was infecting me. Then I bought something like this, the bigger version, Blade 230S. Not a very good idea, because at that time my most favorite helicopters, the OMP models, were already on the market. So I didn't know it. At that time I saw many recommendations about this model. It might have been a good model at its time, but it's very unstable, very bad balanced, it's tail heavy. So it was making the begin very difficult. And then after time I bought my first M2. It was an Explorer model, so not this one, this is the M2 Evo, the modernized version. And with this model the fun began, because this is a fantastic little helicopter. It is so balanced by itself. It has an ideal. It's not head heavy. It's not tail heavy. Nose heavy. Tail heavy. It has direct drive. The old blade I had a gear here, a main gear. So the motor was not directly connected with the rotor axle. So it's completely different thing, and within 2 days I made much more progress than in 2 months with the blade. So I couldn't make the time go back, but if you want to begin and you're not very young, so you don't have all your life in front of you, similar like me, 62 or older, so I would recommend to start directly right away with such a machine. It's a little bit easier to fly than the little ones, but the little ones I love as well very much. Evo, I love you. Because I fly inside. For instance, in this room, I'm flying with this machine. So it's very precise. You can fly almost in the toilet with it. I know people that make acrobatic flying in hotel rooms. This I would not try, but I'm doing exact hovering or orientations. But this I will explain in the next episode. So now I show you how much I enjoy flying, and I show you the place where I am flying. So that's for the beginning. Welcome on my channel. If you like this content, just give me a like. This helps me for sure at the beginning. It's my very first video. I will not do it very professional, and it's not about this. It's more about the content. I want to infect you with my passion for the helicopters. It's huge. So in the beginning I was always everywhere taking these helicopters. My wife was asking me if I want to sleep with them, and I said no, they are too fragile, but if they would be not so fragile, I would have taken them even to my bed. To be honest, I was taking them on the table, I was looking at them, and I love now very much to fly as well with this little scale helicopter. It's the EC-145. Inside is the same M2 as here. It's only the older version, the V2 version, but the technique is the same, flight controller, everything the same. It's 100 gram more weight, but with the adjustment of my brand new Radiomaster TX12, fantastic radio for me, I adapted it so that it flies almost in the same quality like these other birds that are naked or in the stock version, which is a little bit lighter. I do not do wild acrobatics because I always feel with the patients that are inside. So if they really would love to fly upside down, or they would like to have a loop, I don't know, I'm not sure. So welcome on my channel, Copter Love. Give me a like. If you are waiting for next content, I try to make every week one video, every week about another topic. So stay tuned. Maybe try to subscribe to my channel if you like it. But after the first one, you should be maybe careful. Okay, this is me, Matthias, and I'm thankful that you took the time to watch it. Okay, bye bye. See you.